make sure I was on the right live account, my business account. But I just wanted to come on here first of all and express gratitude. I hope that my sisters from Healing and Sisterhood are able to tune in as well. But this is for everyone. I am in this deep, deep space of gratitude and my cup running over from discovering my purpose and tapping in deeper. And I wanted to share some Grand Rising. I wanted to share some tips that I've been learning, actually from a dream that I had with that my mother was in years ago, maybe like 10 years ago. My mother came to me in a dream, and in the dream, brief description, explanation of the dream. Now my mother passed in 2006. In the dream, we were house sitting, and there was a guy that came in the house, and we were laying in the bed, and he jumped on top of the bed, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I thought he was going to assault me, but he was obviously looking for money. And I remember in the dream thinking, the money's in a drawer, but I got to figure out some way to distract him from the drawer. And my mother grabbed my arm and she said, don't worry about the money, Nia. The money isn't worth your life. It's not worth your life. Follow your heart and the money will come. And then I woke up. And for years I've been searching for what it means to follow your heart, because we live in a world where they make it appear that that's not even a possible reality. You're so busy focused on survival mode. The last thing a lot of us think about is following our heart. My retrograde. I know it's a retrograde, so this signal is doing its thing, I guess. But so entrepreneurship, sometimes you'll have people in your life that don't really believe in what you're doing, and they may think it's immature what you're doing. But in the spiritual world, working on your heart space, you learn that abundance of all forms will find you when you work from your heart space, because your heart is the opener, the receiver. And so when you follow your heart, the path becomes clearer. And I believe that following your heart is directly connected to your inner child. So when you think about the things that you did as a child effortlessly, the things that you got lost in doing for hours, the things that you absolutely enjoyed doing for hours with friends, the things that people told you were absolutely great at naturally, the things that you did effortlessly that people always complimented you on, even to this day. When you think about those things, how they make your heart happy to do them, you don't think about it, you don't, when you have to do it, it's just a thing that you're so drawn to. That is directly connected to your purpose. And when you find that, because that's your unique purpose, it's not going to look like anybody else's, because it's your unique blueprint on it. You don't have to worry about competition. Nobody's going to do it like you. Nobody's going to do it like you. So when you find your purpose, it's like the path starts to open for clues and hints on how to refine what you're already doing. So for example, when I was a child, listen, my mother bought me a chalkboard, and I was like, I definitely am saving this. But when I was a child, my mom bought me a chalkboard. You couldn't tell me nothing with my chalkboard, okay? I was writing on that chalkboard. I had my little special eraser. Every time my friends came over, I was teaching them something. I was finding a reason to write on that chalkboard. And now, as an adult, I am teaching women. As I went on my journey growing and looking back over my experiences, I experienced a lot of conflict and hurt experiences from women. And so I created Healing and Sisterhood, my monthly sister circle events, because I wanted to confront what I had experienced, so that I could be a cushion for other women that might have experienced the same thing, so that we could heal together in sisterhood. And it's been the most divinely aligned, perfect, beyond measure experience I've ever felt. I'm not going to cry. But if I did, it's totally fine. It's been phenomenal, to the point where I think about this every day. Like, what can I do for the next one? What am I doing for the next one? And it's to the point where the Most High is giving me downloads and messages for what to share with the women that come to my circles. The Most High is putting it on my heart to reach out to women that I might have separated from for my own reasons, or we fell out, we had conflict, because I'm not going to be a hypocrite in these streets. This is about real healing work, and I value women so much. I think we are just fucking rock stars. What would the world do without us? And of course, not downplaying our men, but like, what would the world do without us? What a divine purpose that's been instilled on my heart. And the funny thing is, I figured this out years ago. I figured out that I was supposed to be working with women because of my healing journey, and because something just kept pulling me to want to work with women. My mother was such a phenomenal woman. I've been surrounded by, knowingly and unknowingly, I've been surrounded by Oshun energy all my life. All my life. It's always showed up in some way. And what an honor to be connected to so much powerful energy in womanhood and motherhood and earth and water. And so I said that to say that my path of healing, the things that hurt me the deepest, from family experiences, not having certain voids, not having certain things filled in my heart space, not feeling like I had true friends at one point, to now being surrounded by a tribe of beautiful supporters and women that come to my circles every month that trust me. It's so worth it to really sit and write out everything that you're great at naturally, everything that you enjoy spending your time on, everything that you think about effortlessly. What's wrong in the world that really gets under your skin that you really want to correct? These are excellent things to reflect on, to find purpose. Because your purpose is what's going to benefit your family and your community the most. Your first purpose, of course, within family is to be that family member, to fulfill that role. But you finding your purpose influences your children finding their purpose, influences community finding their purpose. My name that I go by, my full name is Tania. I go by Nia. I changed that for a number of reasons, but Nia means purpose. So I found out years ago that I love helping other people find their purpose. And what are the odds that that's my name? Now, if we go really African and we break down Nia, it actually means earth purpose. And I've had visions of healing the earth. We got big pants to fill, and it's such an honor. So if you think about the things that you've done in your life, how, when it comes to big pants that need to be filled, where are you honored to fill those pants? Where are you honored to do the work? What makes you feel so fulfilled and at your highest that you feel unstoppable? What is it that you do that you are convinced that nobody can do it better than you? Nobody. Not even from an egotistical place, just from a love of self and a love of what you do. Because I'll tell you right now, realistically, I don't know that I'm the best massage therapist ever, but I'll tell you, from my heart space, I feel like at least the best massage therapist on the East Coast. Because I love what I do. I love healing people. I love healing people. If I lay hands on you, you're going to get this healing. And I've been doing this for 13 years now. And my people love me. So what is it that you do that comes naturally to you without instruction, that's effortless, that you do, that's so phenomenal and out of this world that everybody talks about you? The people that are around you that love you talk about how you naturally do it. Do people call you and always need advice for you? Maybe you should look into counseling. Maybe you should look into psychology. Maybe you should just be a life coach. There's a lot of hidden gem life coaches in our community that don't know that they're bomb-ass life coaches. Do you love meditation? Teach meditation. Teach it because our community needs it. Do you love plant medicine? Educate people on plant medicine because our community needs it. Bad. Right? Are you passionate about families? Help other couples stay together because we need it. Bad. Are you passionate about women's mental health? Give them some plant medicine. Help them learn how to meditate. Help them learn about self-care, emphasizing self-care. Help teach them how to go out in nature and get their natural therapy from nature. Like, there's so many things that you can do. Your unique purpose is for you. Just because you choose to be a counselor and sis over there or brother over there decides to be a counselor don't mean y'all are going to be doing it the same way. And facts. Absolute facts. Astrology for the win. Like, if you're sitting there and you're racking your mind and you're like, I really have no idea, more than likely you're overthinking it. But your natal chart is also going to point you in the direction of your path. Some of us, I've spent so much time questioning purpose, praying about purpose. So much time praying about purpose that God started to give me answers, hints, clues. The books that I was reading all the time, the conversations that I was having all the time, the things that I felt passionate about, the things that I experienced, like domestic violence, things like that. I'll knock a nigga's head over for a woman. Oh yeah, Nia, you need to be working with women. Okay? Pardon the language, but that was intentional because of my passion. And so when I pulled up my natal chart, this was only maybe a year ago. The direction, the confirmation, it literally brought me to tears. It literally brought me to tears. Now, there are other systems as well. Human design. I'm not too familiar with human design, but human design is fire, to my understanding. But also the gene keys. That's one that we've been dipping into lately. Gene keys confirmed it. And gene keys actually helped me remove my guilt and shame about how I am, including my shadows, the things that I'm healing. Gene keys taught me that your shadows led to your path. Every flaw that you think you have is a part of your refinement to what you're here to do. Every trauma, so many of our traumas that we've experienced, sensitive subject, but they might have been a part of our refinement and our alignment. So, said that to say that gene keys helped me remove the guilt and shame about me being a rebel and a revolutionary. I came to shake some shit up. And I didn't know that that was okay until I read the gene keys, my specific gene keys. That it's totally fine, Nia. You need to come and shake some shit up. You need to come and knock some shit over. That is your path. That's why the energies of Oya were profound in your life. Sekhmet were profound in your life because they come Kali, Mother Kali. Because they come in that energy, it's that energy of shaking some shit up for transformation. Hurricanes, tornadoes, spinning some shit up, blowing some shit away. It's very symbolic of what we need to do in our life. Sometimes when things get stagnant, the storm needs to come. And you got to face that storm. And you got to get to the other side of the storm. It's required for your refinement. And your refinement and your purpose is what helps other people find their path and their purpose. I've been telling the ladies this almost every circle now. You do yourself a disservice in not being in your purpose. And it's going to be refined in divine time. I don't give a damn if you're 40 or 50. It's going to be refined in divine time. Trust that. You don't have to beat yourself up because you're looking around on social media and you see other people doing what they're doing. A lot of these people on here, a lot of these influencers are not even in alignment with their purpose. They just know the hustle. They just know the hustle. Nothing wrong with that either. Your purpose could be your side hustle. Your main income stream could be what you've learned from business, from school, whatever the case may be. Whatever you feel that you need to do to support yourself. That 9 to 5 that brings in a lot of income from you, that's cool. But what's your purpose? Because some people work a 9 to 5, right? Some people work a 9 to 5, but they're absolutely miserable. Find a 9 to 5 that you actually enjoy. Find a 9 to 5 that's a little bit more enjoyable or more aligned with your purpose. So if you love working with women, you love counseling people, See about getting a job at a women's shelter or somewhere where they help women transitioning or help women and family. You see what I'm saying? Something that aligns with your purpose. If you work call center, customer service, remember what you do it for and make it yours. Corporate don't want you to know you can make it yours. Make it yours. And if they won't let you make it yours, leave. Because I promise you, if you go to God and you say, God, I'm not happy. This ain't it. This is not it. Because I've had those prayers before. Real ass prayers. God, this ain't it. If you go to God with those type of prayers and you tell him what's up, trust and believe that a path will be made. And more than likely, the Most High was like, yo, I've been waiting on you to come to me with this prayer. I've been waiting on you to realize this. Because God created you for something. And if you're working in corporate America that's totally out of alignment with what you're doing, that's one of the reasons why you're depressed. That's one of the reasons why you're miserable and unhappy. Hormones imbalanced, heart not in a happy and healthy space, high blood pressure. Yeah, it's real. That part. What is the money when you're selling your soul? When you're not living in your purpose? What does the money mean? What does that 6 figures mean when you're not even spending time with your family? You're spending more time with the job. And it's a job that you don't even like. That ain't it. That's that moment when I go to God and I say, God, this ain't it. This is not it. My ninja, this is not it. You develop a relationship with God and talk to God the way that you want to. That fits for that. I had a whole temper tantrum last week in my conversation with God. And you know what? Some shit happened. Some beautiful shit happened. So you gotta trust that you are so worthy because of your very existence that God will make a way if you ask for it. So you can't sit around continuing to complain, because I feel like the Most High's energy is like, okay, so are you going to ask so you can receive or not? Are you going to ask so you can receive or not? Because you are created, which means you are worthy. You are created, which means you have a direct connection to the rest of the conscious collective. And what you decide to do also affects the rest of the conscious collective. Simple example, right? You work customer service, call center, right? You are miserable at your job. Somebody calls in, they're having a bad day. You're miserable. You give them the worst energy because you're not even happy. And guess what? Now their day is affected by that. Let me go deeper. They might have been suicidal. And you giving them the nasty attitude on the phone added to the reason why they feel like they don't even want to be here anymore. Real dark, but it happens. It happens. Okay? I've been there. I understand now deeply that suicide in a lot of people's cases is because they really want to feel loved, feel seen, and they've been in a box for so long, suppressed, being who they thought everybody else wanted them to be, and not living for themselves. This is a part of the program. So, if you think about it, when you are miserable at what you're doing, you're also affecting other people in your misery. It could be just as simple as calling other people to vent every day about how much you hate your job. You think those people want to hear that? They heard it yesterday, and the day before yesterday, and the day before that. And I'm the type of friend or sis that's going to be like, okay, so what are you doing? Because God is waiting. God is like, okay, I'm waiting on you to ask so you can receive these blessings and walk in faith. Okay? Walk by faith, not by sight. That is so real. One of our greatest gifts is faith. But you can't listen to nobody else around you when it comes to your purpose, because nobody knows you better than you. Not even your parents. Not even your parents. Now, in some African systems, they go hard when a woman is pregnant with the baby. They want to find out what the baby's destiny is before the baby even comes here. You know how phenomenal that is? That a child being born knows their purpose, and the parents help to refine that purpose and help them on their path to their purpose We don't live in a society like that. We live in a society where parents tell us, oh, you should go to college because I didn't, or you should go to college because I did. And we don't even want to go to college. We're doing what our family wants us to do. We don't even want to be doctors. We don't want to be engineers. We're doing it because our family says that we'll be successful at doing that. We don't want to work in a damn job until we retire because we need a retirement plan when your job could care less about you and your job could choose any day to let you the hell go. But you committed 13, 14, 20 years to a job that you could be laid off in at any moment. Because you did it because your family wanted you to. You get where I'm going with this? You have to find what's for you. And in you finding what's for you, that's when the blessings will flow. I originally came on here to express gratitude for my sisterhood, but God had another plan. God had another plan. So I encourage you all to really find what's for you. It is absolutely a colonial state, you know, and it's like a factory. It's like we're all being programmed to be on this assembly line, just putting the pieces together for somebody else instead of ourselves, like robotically. I find it ironic that now they're creating robots to replace us on the job because they're like, well, these people robots are starting to rebel. They ain't with the shit no more, so we got to get some real robots. That's how I'm looking at it from my perspective. Yes, absolutely. We're waking the fuck up. We're not putting up with the shit no more. Don't put up with the shit no more. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. It could be the most spontaneous thing. Your heart one day could say, go to the waterfall. And you just go to the waterfall and you meet somebody that works the job that you want to work, or runs a business like a business that you want to run, or they're a successful entrepreneur and they're going to end up giving you tips about being an entrepreneur. Do you understand that I'm speaking about alignment? Society does not teach you that type of alignment unless you are on a spiritual journey. I'm talking about alignment. I'm talking about what God has for you. I'm talking about when God whispers in your ear or in your heart, go this way, and you trust it and the path opens up. Walk by faith, not by sight. Walk by faith. Because, like I said, I didn't know this was going to be the message. So hopefully I can download and save this video. I appreciate you all for tuning in. And I'll be back for another spontaneous live soon.